My name is Anastasia Taylor-Lind and I'm a photojournalist. The type of photojournalism I do is typically long-form, in-depth storytelling where I get the chance to return to the same communities again and again, documenting mostly what daily life is like along front lines. I took a photography class at A-level, and it was there that we learned about the different types of photography, and one of them was photojournalism, and I was introduced to photojournalism through a very small bookshelf, which was the photography library in the darkroom technician's office. There could have been like 20 or 30 books on it max, and on that shelf was a book of photographs about the Vietnam War. So that was really the first time that I'd ever seen war photography. So I really hadn't seen pictures of the news, breaking news, wars, what was happening in the world. But I had grown up reading, reading was my first passion, and specifically poetry and specifically war poetry. And so when I saw those war photographs for the first time, they reminded me of the war poetry that I'd read as actually quite a small child. I just had this feeling, I want to do this, where do I learn how to do it? As I've progressed through my photography career, I have faced two major moments in my life where I decided that I didn't want to be a photojournalist anymore. The first was when I was about 35. I guess I was burnt out. That was part of it. I had been working very intensely, and I had become disillusioned with photography as a tool to, let's say, affect change. So when I was 16 and I decided that I wanted to become a photojournalist and that I was also interested in making stories about war and post-conflict, I had naively assumed that photojournalism could be part of a solution to violence. I thought back then that wars happened because nobody knew that they were taking place. By the time I'd learned the craft of my trade, dedicated those 10,000 hours to being able to skillfully make, create photo stories, I discovered that in fact is not the case, and that in fact you can't have a revolution or a war without photojournalists. Photojournalism is one small cog in the war machine. In the same way that the First World War soldier poets understood that the very act of writing about war and against war may actually play a part in glorifying it and romanticizing it, I had that feeling about photojournalism too. My first experience of violence was inside my childhood home. And naively, I thought that nobody in my extended family or in our community knew about it. When I grew up, I understood that everybody knew and just didn't do anything. There is something really deep in me that believes that violence in particular, whether it takes place inside the home or in a mass scale, needs to be proven actually, needs to be evidenced. Because again, we see it inside families and we see it on a worldwide scale. The denial of perpetrators of violence and the counter-narratives and the gaslighting of people who are on the receiving end of that violence. There's a part deep inside me that believes we need witnesses to violence. And in a small way, that is what a photographer is. I've been a photojournalist for more than 20 years. I hope, if this is my path, that I will be doing it for at least another 20 years. I make a lot of small daily decisions in my life that I hope are in the service of that longevity in terms of my physical, mental and spiritual health, and also my creative health, because you know, photojournalism is a creative pursuit. We are, as photographers, we are like bringing to life stories, photographs that didn't exist before. Some of the many things I've learnt to do over the years is sleep enough, at least 8 hours a night. On my best days, to pray and meditate and journal, to to have any balance, any balance between working and rest. Try to remain as unattached from the outcomes of my work as I can, to focus on showing up as best I can as a photographer, to accept the fact that my job is, when I'm on assignment, is to get up in the morning, to take my camera and to go out and make pictures, and that most of those pictures will be okay, some of them will be terrible, quite a few of them will be pretty good, and occasionally, if I keep getting up and going out in the morning with my camera and I keep returning month after month and year after year, I may unexpectedly stumble across a masterpiece. The main families that we've followed over the last 7 years all have my pictures in their family photo albums now. Photos made over the last 7 years. Small, beautiful work prints that I make each time we go to visit them. Those pictures are made of some of the most difficult times in their lives, but they are also records of the houses that they used to live in, their communities, their neighbors, like what their weekends were like before the full-scale Russian invasion. And since the full-scale Russian invasion, those pictures, my pictures, have more value to them, because I don't know anyone who was able to bring all of their family photo albums with them when they fled. Everyone brought some, but not all of them. So my pictures can be a very small part of creating new albums. Yeah, that's what I hope for my pictures and for our reporting, that Alyssa and I were able to be with people, some people, a very few people, with a few people in their most difficult moments, that we were just there with them, witnessing and recording.